my first guests have 4 legs, 4 arms, 2 heads, but just one name. They are Jedward. There's the Jedwards. Hello, fellas. I'm thrilled to see you. No, what's that? Listen to that.
Nice hair.
Yeah, you're getting some warmth and you're getting a bit of pantomime from out there as well.
Do we go out now?
No, you can't come out
Okay,
now.
so we just sit here.
Just relax, calm
Loads
down.
of famous people. There's lots of famous people around, but they will be revealed during the show.
I might have to record this interview and play it back at a slightly slower speed so I understand you.
What? This room's not even green.
It's going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Jedwards. And you know what? John and Edward are twins, if you hadn't worked that already.
It's weird.
Yes. Is it? What, didn't you know?
I don't know. Television, looking at you through the television, you're looking through me the camera.
Yeah, that's how they work.
Hey to everyone in the audience.
Oh, you've got so much to learn. OK.
Yeah. OK.
Have you been at the Haribo? Is that what it is? Is this a...
No, we just came to the Jonathan Ross show today. It's a pretty cool show.
Anyway, the John and the Edward are twins, and like all twins, they can actually tell what the other one is thinking. Which is presumably, blimey, how much longer can this last for? That's it. It's the Jedwards. There they are. They're coming out in a minute. It's great to have you here. I'm excited they're here. I like the Jedwards. My next guests are also horribly young and good-looking. They're... Just in case you've been living in a cave for the last 6 months, before we do, let's see them in action.
If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! If there's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Ah! John, save me! Don't be such a baby! I ain't afraid no ghosts.
Saturday night entertainment. There you go. Will you please welcome Jedward? John and Edward, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are. Wow, look at the energy.
Yeah.
The energy.
No, Jonathan Ross.
Well, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, Jonathan. Cool.
Can I ask you first, just to help me out and many people at home, who is John and who is Edward, and how do people tell you apart normally?
The way you tell the difference, I have like a kind of like an elf ear, a pointy ear.
Yes, a slightly malformed ear.
My teeth are more crooked than his. I have a scar on my nose. I remember I was little and I was walking and something smacked me in the face.
Oh, blimey.
And I used to have a scar on my face, but then I know it's kind of grown out. But like,
I have like a scar on top of my lip, and when I was like small, I fell off the bike. I was perfectly fine, but that's when I came up and I hit my head off the
But I still don't know which name goes with which series of charming disfigurements.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
which one's John?
Oh yeah, that's John.
Oh, that's John.
Yeah.
So John is the crookedy teeth, scar that grew
Loads
out.
of defects.
Lots
defaults.
of more defects.
Spots.
And Edward is, well, I would assume then the less damaged.
I'm the before the package is open.
He's survivor.
It's okay.
No, because sometimes me and Ed are wear, like, say, for example, I could wear my hair down, so I'm representing him with his hair down because we're twins.
And then sometimes I have my hair flat, and then usually when we go into public places, we can't go into the same area because they get more recognised, and they recognise our really skinny jeans, but we're not wearing them right now.
Oh. Please, God, tell me there isn't a triplet waiting at home.
Imagine if... Oh, yeah. No, there's not.
What?
There's no triplet waiting.
Okay. But you imagining something then?
So much famous people have been on this couch.
Yes,
I
that's
know.
true.
I was in the green room watching like all the people who've
Well,
been
well,
here.
now listen,
Like
boys.
take that, I've
Cattrall.
been sitting here.
Yeah, but you are famous people now as well.
Really?
Not really.
Well, you are in a certain way. I mean, maybe you haven't gone on to prove yourself in the way that you'd like to yet. Maybe
I know.
you
Yeah,
haven't
we've
got
so
the
much-
fame you want, but
because,
you know,
like, we
you're
still have
well known.
We've got like a huge mountain to climb still. Like we've only been on like a TV show for 7 weeks, The X Factor. But like we still have to do so many different things.
Yeah.
And then we're on the John and Ross show, and everyone the whole week's like, oh my God, John and Ross.
Editor, he's right here.
Oh yeah, he's right here. But okay, basically, okay, it's really, really big deal.
Well, it's lovely for me to have you here because
Thanks for having us.
I like seeing you on the show. But I'm curious as to what you're going to do next. I know you've got a single out now, but what do you see as do you have a kind of a plan? Or because Louis Walsh is looking after you, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he must have a serious plan. What are you doing? Is it music only, or are you going to do TV as well? What are you hoping to do with
I think
yourself?
that we want like the sky to be the limit for us, like just like our hair. Do you know what I mean? So our hairs keep growing, and we just want to like do everything, like presenting, whatever comes our way, we'll give it a shot. Do you know what I mean? Because like we're new to everything. Like 6 months ago, we couldn't even like hold a microphone really. Like
Wow.
Yeah, and
You
then
didn't
we
even
went to
have
the X
basic
Factor.
motor skills.
And we
at all.
came. Then we made our way from Dublin all the way to the
UK.
X Factor.
All the way,
Right now.
all the way from Ireland to here. Well, that's
Yeah, like, it took a long time to swim.
We're at Columbus.
But I'm excited for you because I like you. I'm going to come out in favour of the John and Edward. But when we announced you earlier, the audience, you seem to be divided somewhat still. There's a lot of cheers, and some people go, whoa.
I
and
think it's mainly guys, but I don't know.
mainly guys
Yeah.
cheering, or maybe guys
They
booing.
could be there with their girlfriend, and they could be like, boo, but the girlfriend's like. That's what, yeah. I'm only messing, guys. I'm only messing.
Is that what's happening, ladies and gentlemen?
Guys, do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want to do.
But what I
Wait,
love
wait.
about you is you're young, you're full of optimism, and it's not getting you down. When people do act a little adversely towards you, it doesn't seem to bother you, and that's quite right.
I think in a way, it's at the very start of the X Factor or whatever it is, because people have the option with me now, they can either hate us or they can like us. It's not kind of like, you know, with some acts, it's like, oh my God, they're amazing, they're amazing, they're amazing. And then if someone speaks out and goes, I don't really like them, they're kind of like, what? Or like, but
Kind
me
of
and
better
Ed
to make an impression and kind of everyone to kind of go, I hate them, but then people kind of hate us, but love to hate us.
yeah, so like if people hate you, then it's cool because
Then the people that love you go, like, are more loving. They're like, I love them, I love them.
it's like some people like bananas and some people like strawberries.
Can I stop you for a second?
Okay.
I
it's free.
expressly said no Red Bull in their dressing room.
No branding.
Okay,
I don't drink Red Bull. Used to.
John, Edward.
Yeah.
John, are
Yeah.
you a little disappointed that you've only given the J to the name of the Jedward?
I
And
know.
you've given the whole Edward
Yeah,
to
like
the
my whole
Jedward.
full name's there. Like if we go solo, I can just cut off the J off all the
Just
leaflets.
Edward. You
and
could
the
just find any other old
albums.
J. You could tour with me. We could be
Yeah.
Jedward. You
Yeah,
it's like
Jedward.
everyone-
Yeah.
That's it. That would get even more booze.
Already
Edward.
ditched me, okay? Like, yeah, the name Jedward. I don't know, like the way it came.
It's because I remember
Like ages ago, I think our mom, like, she still doesn't know the difference between us. Like, she used to go, say for example, she thought it was John, she'd kind of go, and then she'd realize it was Edward, and she's like, oh, Edward.
Yeah.
Then
So she'd go, Joy,
So
Edward.
she basically it was kind of always there, kind of Jedward or whatever. And then our fans, like, I don't know.
It's easier to chant because when you're in a club, it's like John and Edward, John and Edward. It's like Jedward, Jedward.
Yeah.
But like our fans like were always doing it and everything. They kind of combine both names, like, you know, kind of like Brangelina. But the thing is, like, we're not like a couple, but like.
Well,
we are brothers.
you kind of
we're
are, but
brothers.
you're not in the same way necessarily. I would hope not.
We're twins.
Who came up with the hair? Where does the hair
Who wrote the hair?
originate? Because it's a bold and wonderful statement you're making
Do you
there.
know how it actually
A
originated?
bit breaking gravity.
I remember.
It's a marvellous thing.
I remember I wanted to go get my haircut. I was like, Mom, can I actually go get my haircut now? And then she's like, no. Then I went down to a shop and bought like this razor for like €8. Not a razor, and I shaved like the sides.
Because
and
it only takes loads of skill to cut the top. Like you put like loads of crazy stuff going on there, but the sides you just shave it.
Yeah.
And then the sides got gradually taller and taller. And then usually when we used to be running, it was like this aerodynamic thing, like you like pierce through the wind.
Like during a running race, we'd have it in a massive kind of like tower, kind of going on. Shh. And I'd be like, we used to have it really, really jet blonde, and then that's because it's more aerodynamic when you're running.
The blonde is more aerodynamic.
Because see
yeah.
when your hair's down, like, so if like we used to have like no, your hair is cool as well. Okay. But if you have your hair to the side, okay, like you get all sweaty when you're
I
running.
noticed when my hair's down, I feel like there's like a curtain or something, so I just put
So
it
you're
on.
not a big fan of the fringe? You don't like the curtain?
No,
you don't?
I think the fringe is cool. I think it is cool. I sometimes wear to the right and wear to the left.
Okay, so I think we've exhausted hair. Let me ask you about the process of being on X Factor. Okay, let me ask you about because it wasn't an easy ride necessarily for you from day one, was it? Simon Cowell appeared early on, at least, to be unconvinced that you had what it took. So how did that feel for you being up there and him saying things which seemed, you know, a little bit nasty, in actual fact, some of the things he said?
I think in a way, it kind of like made a huge, massive impression because everyone's like, oh my God, what's Simon Cowell doing? Oh my God, he's like saying mean things about those two guys.
Evil creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he said that, didn't he? He said you were...
It's if we were like monsters or something, or like, you know, kind of a goblin or something.
Yeah, like, because it's a scary movie. We don't actually see scary movies, but...
Yeah. But like,
You don't watch horror
No.
films? Not old
And
enough?
it's kind of weird. One week he said, what did he say? They would look like an exorcist or something?
Like our
Or
heads
something like that.
Like our
And then we
heads
never
don't
saw the
move that
movie.
much. Like our heads don't move that much.
Okay, so, and did this upset you, hearing him say this stuff?
I don't know, in a way I was kind of like, he's saying everyone else is amazing, he's saying that we're bad, so we're kind of unique in a way.
Yeah. You see, I like that positive view of the world. That's a good way of looking at
I
things.
don't know, but it's cool because like he started up the whole entire show in England. Like, you know, he's bringing it to America.
Yeah.
So like, like we wouldn't have even been here without the X Factor. So, thumbs up, Simon.
Yeah. So you've come
but-
out of it.
but-
You've come out of it ahead, certainly, and he kept you in the final stages, didn't he?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he
we-
did.
I think the thing when the whole thing like got to that stage, I think he just didn't understand the whole thing, and he just saw that we had like
You
loads
don't
of
think
fans and
Simon
the public.
Cowell understood the X Factor?
No, like there's something when we were in like the bottom two, and then he decided to put a deadlock because he couldn't like make a decision because it was like, oh, he's just going to
It was,
put
a
John
tough,
Edward out.
it was a tough call, yeah.
Yeah.
And he must have realised by then that people were tuning in to see you, to see what
Yeah.
you'd get up to that week and see what they would all say about you.
Because like I think at that moment everyone was kind of like thinking, oh my God, this is Simon Cowell's moment, like get rid of John Edward. But then I think that he thought of like our fans who like stood outside the X Factor house every single day.
Yeah, like they're
chanting
covered it.
Jedward.
Like, I like guys who have a shower and they're just outside all day, wet,
Yeah.
because of the rain and the snow. But it's kind of cool. We give a shout out to all you guys. They're
fans.
outside the studio right now.
Are they outside
Yeah.
right now? Okay, well, that's nice. To know.
Can we get a camera there?
No.
There's no camera out there.
Now, but you weren't, and this is not me being uncomfortable, but you weren't the strongest singers necessarily on the show.
No,
you don't
no.
necessarily have the best
But-
voice that was on
Yeah,
in that
I know
series.
that. But like,
No.
I think that me and I like during the show, like we did like Rock DJ, Under Pressure, and all those type of songs. Like they're all really great songs for the show. But like me and I, we do pop singing. Like I know like we haven't showcased our abilities, and everyone thinks people are like, you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't do anything. Well, I think that at least like
Who says that about you?
I don't know.
Louis
Nobody.
Walsh.
I think I'm a bit paranoid.
I like watching you perform. You know, I know what you're saying. You're not necessarily the most brilliant dancers on
Yeah.
the planet. You're not necessarily the most brilliant, but I think it's fun to watch Jedward perform. Don't you agree, ladies? I mean, it's just good fun because you look happy to be there. The Ghostbusters thing was great fun. The thing you did with Vanilla Ice was great fun, and that's the single I know as well. We're going to show a bit of the video. We've just been given this. No one else has seen this yet.
Oh, yeah, this is like a world exclusive,
Have
guys.
you-
Get ready. Where's the premiere happening?
Okay.
Where's it's happening right here, right now?
Okay.
Desk.
Can you be quiet for just a second?
Okay, let's see.
Just a second. Hold it. Let's enjoy this. A little bit of John and Edward silence for you. You haven't seen that before on TV. Okay, here we go. This is the new single.
Yeah,
The first single.
The first single.
Like it was so cool working like Vanilla Ice.
Could I show it? Could I show a little bit of first, and then we could chat about it?
Go for it.
It's like a rocket taking off or something. Just
You do your thing. On your marks, set, go.
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I'm messing, John.
Thank you. Here it is now. Have a look at this. This is Ice Ice Baby.
Pressure on people on the streets. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby.
Now that the party is jumping, with the bass kicked in and the Vegas are pumping, quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them.
So you've run them over. It's all cheers now. All cheers. I like the head move.
Yeah, Ice Ice Baby. And we do like this weird move. What
What'd you
Brian
do?
Freeman choreographed it all.
Who taught you the head
He
snap?
told us like grab here and we do like Ice Ice Baby.
Oh yeah, we have to like go like this. We have to go like this, like.
Ice.
We have to go.
And then we fold our arms, then we
Let's
fold
go.
our... Didn't tell me what to do. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
That was like watching a couple of battery chickens trying to escape.
Yeah. It was.
Vanilla Ice, I remember him from the first time around.
Yeah.
It's great to have him back as well. Did you know about his work beforehand, or did someone just say, listen to
think
this?
about
It's kind of weird, like, think about it. We were before...
It came out 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and we weren't even born. Like 2 years later,
Oh
John
my
Edward
God.
came on the
Into the
scene.
world.
But anyway, then 20 years later.
Well, this is how we measure time now, of course. It's... Before and after Jedward, yes.
But 20 years later, I can't believe that we're covering the song. Like, he's like the original gangster who, like, he like made way for like all white rappers.
Yeah.
Like, without him, there'd be no like, there'd be no Eminem.
Yeah.
Like,
Is this what he told you? Is this?
No, he didn't. I just kind of know.
You know, of course you do. Okay. Do you guys? Can I ask you a question about just the state of being twins?
Yeah.
Do you guys? Because often, you know, you hear people who aren't twins. They speculate as to whether people can predict what the other one's going to say or what they're feeling or at a given time. If you're not together, for example, do you ever get a feeling of what the other one's up to, or are you normally together most of the time?
I think me and Edward, like, we always. I'm all serious now, okay? Okay. What was the question again?
I don't know. You got serious and you forgot.
I think our mom said when we were younger, John was like crying in his bed or whatever, and then I was like in my room, and I think I was like out of the cot or something, and I was a baby, and then she's like, he had a towel over it. He had like, no, I don't know what was happening.
Well, if he was a baby, you would have been a baby as well. There you are. That's like a scene from The Omen, right there.
I don't even know what you mean.
But you don't ever get a feeling that you know what the other one's thinking or what they're going to say, or do you?
I think sometimes.
Because we're all. Yeah. Go. Because we're always spending time with each other. Like we're like each other 24/7. Like the longest we've ever been apart is like a day.
A day.
And you
apart,
guys got
that's
us
it.
walkie-talkies. So
And
now
when was
we
that?
can
What was happening that
talk.
day you were apart? Why were you apart for that one day?
Because I went to my aunt's house or something, just a baby.
Well, that's hardly dramatic, is it? You're apart from one day we've been apart. Why? I went to my aunt's house.
Yeah, but like Edda was calling me during the day, so it was okay. But I know actually, I think it was I was sick from school, and like normally when I'm sick in school, he's kind of sick because we're always together, like kind of like he gets sick as well. But anyway, then we're
Like, what's the point of me going to school on my own if I don't have like?
Yeah,
John?
how are
It's
you
like,
going to learn without him
there's
there?
there's just Edward on his own. He's,
Yeah. Okay, so what about? Do you go on dates with people? Do you spend time apart like that? You know what I'm saying?
At the moment, we actually don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
but, like
we're
we've been.
single.
Well, you don't have one. Between the,
Oh yeah, together
you could have two.
But, like if you get two girlfriends.
You could have two. I mean, you could have one.
It's kind of weird because this is what happens. Usually, if I talk to a girl, then she thinks we kind of get to know each other, and then I'm in the room, and then John comes
Well,
in.
you could hide in the cupboard. She wouldn't know.
No, then she picks up the conversation with John like the next day, and then she'll think it's
like
me.
some random
and
girl
then John
thinks
just
it.
goes, some random girl just came up to me today and started talking to me for some reason. There's no type of way. Or it's the other way around.
So, but do you go? But let's go back to the question. Do you have
no.
you been on dates separately or not, or are you just not into that side of life yet? You're not. You want to.
I think that.
I remember I had a girlfriend, but like they got really obsessed. Like.
I think like if you want to know like who our girlfriends are at the moment, it's all those girls who like come to all our shows and everything. Like they're all our girlfriends. Like imagine. Yeah. Like they're
There's one.
She may well be the one. You never know.
Next year.
Next year they've got a career plan. You've got to wait. They want to hit album first. So it's exciting time for you. If people want to see you live, are you going to start doing that kind of work yet? Have you got plans for that, or what is your next step?
I think that it comes down to having like a cool album that has a main concept. You know, like Pink. Remember she had like the Fun House, and like it has to have different concepts, like to have a cool tour.
So you want an idea, so that when you have a tour, you can have a big set based around that.
Like
you can
think
play
further
around.
ahead of the whole thing. So basically, we just want to have like our own songs on it, some cover songs that everyone knows. Are really
And
good
have you
songs.
written your own material yet? Have you started writing songs yourself?
This thing that I used to write loads of songs, and my computer keeps formatting. So like I lost all the songs. So then I have to like think about the songs.
Well, you need
again.
to back up. You need to back up. You want to get a USB stick.
But I think me and her, like I play guitar, and I play like I'm okay at piano. I'm a bit kind of itty bitty or whatever, but like I play violin as well. Like, I think that a lot of people.
Oh Lord, spare us.
We're on grade 5.
I play violin as well.
Oh Jesus.
I remember this happened. I got a violin for Christmas, and then our older brother Kevin, he got like a violin. Oh, and then
Kevin's got a following as well.
And then John got a violin. Then we all just ended up start playing the violin.
The three of you playing the fiddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're okay. We're not some sort of experts or whatever. Like, we can play a basic song on it.
So the chorus don't need to lose any sleep over you, is what you're saying.
No, they're amazing. Like, but like, imagine if you guys got a violin out here right now. I'd be like, get the violin away from me.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. And more importantly, I wouldn't do that to you. Now listen, boys, young men.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled you came on the show, and I'm thrilled you're doing as well as you are, and I hope it continues for a long time to come. I think you're charming young men. They've got so much. I get a happy feeling whenever I look at you, and I'm thrilled that you're on TV. And I want you to have a long and successful career. Okay, so don't listen. If there are the occasional people booing in the crowd, just do what you're doing now. Rise above it, because I think you're terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jedwards. Don't watch that before you... Good idea. Don't forget your box set.
Oh yeah, we got that sound like Kim Cattrall.
You gotta go, yeah, I can tell. Hey, lovely to have you here, boys. John and Edward, ladies and gentlemen. Here's something else I saw in the papers this week. There's a new sex